One of my next goals is to buy a boutique hotel in Italy. Now, so many people have asked me, why wouldn't you just start in the US? And here's the funny thing is I tell most people, especially if they're just getting started with their very first investment property, to go ahead and buy something in the US. It's a lot easier, it's a lot cheaper. You can use low down payment loans, yada, yada, yada. The process is more simple. However, there also comes a time, and depending on what their goal is if they come to me telling me, hey, my goal is to quit my job in 3 years, I'm like, okay, dope. Go buy at least one house hack a year for the next 3 years, use low down payment loans. You should be able to get there, right? But if someone comes to me and they're like, no, I've got a ton of money and I just want I want a vacation home that I'm going to absolutely love in a different country, then I'm like, yeah, go buy in a different country, right? I really want to get into boutique hotels. That's my next big thing in real estate. That's really my next phase of scaling, is getting into larger boutique hotels. And for the longest time, I actually thought to myself, I was like, well, I should probably start in the US, maybe go buy somewhere in like North Carolina or something, because of ease of entry, all this stuff, yada, yada, yada. And I realized, no, I don't want to own a hotel in North Carolina. And it's so funny because I was just on a call with a friend of mine, and he asked me the same thing. It's like, why don't you just go buy something in the US? And because that's just not me. I have wanted like a hotel in Italy for a very long time. That's always been the goal. That's always been the end goal. And this is the thing, is so much of what we do and so much of what society teaches us is a means to an end, right? Like going to college is a means to getting the job that you actually want and making $150K a year, right? Like it's a means to an end versus just going out there, learning the skills that you need and like actually making $150,000 or more a year, right? But we think that we have to go through this first step in order to get to the end goal, when you could just go straight to the end goal, right? And that's my whole thing with scaling too, because I think about it like this. A lot of people, they're interested in short-term rentals or Airbnbs or something like that, but they're like, well, this is my first property and I don't know if I should do that, so maybe I should go with a long-term rental first because it seems easier and that will be my stepping stone to the next one. It's like, okay, if that's something you really want to do and you think long-term rentals is like you want that to be a part of your long-term portfolio, go for it. Sure, if that's something you inherently want to do, but if you think of it, if you think it's just going to be a means to an end, why don't you just go to the end? Go to the thing that actually lights you up. Go to the thing that actually excites you first, or just straight there. Skip all the random in between, because that's also what delays you from getting to where you need to go. It's like you think you need 5 years worth of experience, or you think you need a year's worth of experience, or you think you need 3 properties before you can scale up. No, you can just go straight to the thing. You can just directly go straight to the thing right away and do the thing that you actually want to do. So, and it's like, I don't really believe in this whole means to an end, right? Just go to the end and go commit to doing the thing that you really know on your heart and in your soul that you want to do, versus wasting time on the thing that you don't actually want to do. And so that's why I plan on buying a hotel in Italy. I'm not going to buy a hotel in the US somewhere in the middle of nowhere as practice. No, I'm just going to go straight and do the damn thing, because you're going to learn everything that you need to learn with that first deal, with that first property. For me, it's with the first boutique hotel deal. And with me, I'm obviously going to document every single part of the process. And then it's probably going to be another section of WWA. This is the really cool thing about joining WWA early, right? Or joining WWA now, is you get all of the updates in it for life. So everyone who joined WWA like 2 years ago, they still get all of the updates from the program forever. It's like just honestly a genius way that I built the program. And it honestly, like, this is where it's like I have such a commitment to the people who invested in me and my programs and everything early on, because just even seeing their growth, and now the fact that they constantly are able to glean knowledge from everything that I learned through all the different stages, all the different phases of real estate investing, is truly priceless. So yeah, now let's stop doing this whole means to an end thing, because just go straight to the end. I promise you it's so much better. And the thing is, it's going to take you just as much time to learn that first thing that you think is the means to an end as it for you to just go straight and learn the actual thing that you want to do. Like, it's literally going to take you the same amount of time. So we might as well be more efficient with our time. We might as well be more efficient and just learn the actual thing we want to learn. Now, that's not to say that stepping stones aren't a good thing. Sometimes I think that they can be useful, but I always want to frame it as, especially if you're buying a property, like buy it as if this is the truly the thing that you want in your portfolio, right? Like you want to buy this, you want to do the damn thing, you know? But I think that's also where, like, this is what I always say for everyone buying their first investment property is, right? I think a lot of people, especially the internet and stuff, rush to tell everyone to go ahead and partner and use other people's money and all of this for your very first deal. For my first for my first boutique hotel, I can't speak today. For my first boutique hotel deal, I'm not raising any money for it. And I totally could. I know I could if I really wanted to, but I personally like doing things myself first. I like using my own money, making my own mistakes, not having the pressure of anyone else around me telling me what I need to do, and just doing it myself to make sure I even like it, to make sure this is something I even want partners on long term, to make sure this is something like I want to truly, make into a bigger full-fledged business. But I like to first go into it full force myself with my own money, with my own, like not having all these outside voices so I can make all the mistakes that I need to make and not have any outside pressure. Now that's just me. Some people do it differently. But I also think it's like really cool to just like own a few things yourself. Like if it's owning your own properties fully by yourself without any partners, you're owning your own hotel fully without any other partners. I think that's just really cool personally. But then as you scale, that's when you start to bring in more partners, bring in more people, all of that, And so that's why I even tell people where it's like, if you're buying that very first property, buy it yourself first. Buy a house hack. Buy something that you can live in, rent other parts out, try different strategies. You don't have to worry about other people saying anything. You can kind of make your mistakes and then start bringing on partners. And that's exactly why I actually created the Scaling to the Moon Bootcamp. This is why it's for people who already have at least one property and they're looking to scale. They're looking to scale their real estate portfolio to the point where they can actually quit their jobs, or they can take a sabbatical, or they can go part-time, or find an easier job, or travel the world for a year, do whatever the heck that they want. This is for the people who are scaling because they've seen other people on social media, right? They're like, okay, I see the power of real estate. I have a property or two, but it's still not actually providing for my lifestyle. And so that is exactly what we go over in Scaling to the Moon Bootcamp, is we show you how to scale your investment portfolio in alignment. But the big thing too is, instead of doing a means to an end, maybe like getting a long-term rental here or whatever, like let's just commit to the end goal. Maybe it's owning really incredible treehouse Airbnbs in the middle of Colorado somewhere. I don't know. We're making this up right now. Or maybe it's having like really large, beautiful homes in the mountains or in the woods for people to do family retreats or whatever that looks like. Like, let's start to dream. Let's start to think about what we actually want our real estate portfolio to look like, the kinds of properties that we want our real estate portfolio to have, and go to the end. Commit and go to the end. Stop doing the whole means to an end in between, okay? And this is where I'd say, like, I'm kind of unconventional, especially as a coach in that way, because I'm all about doing things in alignment. And I'm also all about quantum leaping, right? Like, instead of doing all the tiny little stepping stones, let's freaking get to the end, right? Let's literally get there. Like, I think about when I started my coaching program. The first month I did my coaching program, I think I made like $5,000. The third month I made $38,000. Like, literally, I'm all about these quantum leaps. It's like, let's freaking commit to this end goal, this end vision, and become the person we know we need to be, versus trying to take like meander and take little intermediary steps in between. And my thing too is like, so why the boutique hotel in Italy is, let's just do things that we love. Let's have a fun freaking time with this whole real estate investing thing, instead of having it be boring or just uninspiring. Like, let's create beautiful, incredible places that are just out of control and a piece of art and filled with life and culture and all of that, right? Like, let's scale intentionally. Let's scale adventurously, And there's so many like beautiful ways to do this where it doesn't have to be just like this boring, sluggish grind, which I feel like is the epitome of the US. There, I said it. Because the thing is like your desires are sacred. If you know you were meant for something different, honor that. Honor your desires. They truly are sacred, and you're allowed to have exactly what you want in this life. You just have to go for it. You just have to commit, and you just have to shut out the noise and the voices in your head telling you and saying you can't do that yet, or you can't do this yet, okay? So we're not doing means to an end anymore. We're just going straight to the freaking end. And don't forget, Scaling to the Moon Bootcamp is happening. It starts December 17th. But if you do join by, I believe it's, I'm forgetting dates right now. It's this early Sunday. There is a discount. So make sure to join as soon as you can. There are limited spots. This is the only time I'm going to be doing this live intensive bootcamp, and I cannot wait to see you there.